Hi, and welcome to another Tutorial Tuesday with me, Elizabeth. Today we are going to talk about how to get a sound on the flute. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm just learning to play the flute. It's really hard. You're probably frustrated. You get lightheaded and dizzy half the time. Well, let me tell you a quick story. When I first started learning how to play the flute, I did not like it at all. In fact, I wanted to quit immediately. Well, growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, so my mother said, well, we bought you this instrument, so at least stick with it for 1 year, and if you still hate it at the end of the year, I'll let you quit. So I said, sure. Well, before I knew it, after I'd practiced for a little while, I became good enough that I was first chair flute in the band, and I held that spot for an entire year, and no one could beat me. So, it is possible. You can do this, and I'm here to help you. One of the first things you can do, just a couple little fun exercises. This is a bottle of sparkling mineral water. Anyway, I maybe filled a little bit of water down to here, and you can just blow in it. See if you can get a sound. It's also fun to get another bottle and fill it up a little bit more or a little bit below, just with different water levels. And you can get a different pitch. Sometimes I like to line up bottles and get different pitches, make different songs out of them. It's pretty fun. So if you can make a sound out of a bottle, you're on your way. Okay? So that's one exercise that you can practice. And just a word of warning, not all water bottles are created equal. Some do not work very well. Just a word to the wise. Okay, so when you want to become a good flute player, one of the first things you need to work on is called your embouchure. Okay? Now that is basically your mouth position. And what you want to do is you want the top lip to be a little bit more firm and the bottom lip needs to be flexible. One of the ways you can do that is by practicing pouting. So pretend like you're a baby and you're going to cry. You see, you put your flute up, and this lip, the bottom, like I said, is supposed to be a little bit flexible. So you can get the notes at the top a little bit more firm, okay? And one thing you can do is trying to create an air stream. And put your hand in front of you as you're creating an air stream. Now if you feel a little tiny air stream going out this way, we don't want that. What we want is we want the air stream to be going down. We want to direct the airstream down, not this way, this way. One thing that I do is I like to get a piece of paper. You see how it's going forward? What about this way? You see if it's not moving here? Then that means my airstream isn't going in the right direction. It's almost like you're making a hissing sound. You see it moved that time? Didn't really move that time. Okay? So you kind of get the feel for that. I just want to give you a bunch of different exercises that you can practice for a long time while you're on your own at home. Okay? Do it on your own time. Another thing we can do is take the head joint and just try playing notes without the rest of the body for now. Okay, see if you can do that. If you can get sound on a head joint, you're doing really good. Then next, try to see if you can change the pitch. So make it go higher. That's what it's going to sound like when you first start playing. You really have to think about the sound going up and maybe pushing a little more air through. Okay? there's a little bit of movement in the lips. So you can do that for a long time. Sorry about the sound. That's what it's going to sound like when you're first starting out. Okay, then what you can do is play a fun little song on just the head joint, okay? So what we're going to do, this is position 3, position 2, maybe you're covering up about that much of the finger, and then position 1, a little bit more. So you're going to go 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. This is Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay? So hopefully that helps with trying to get a little bit of sound. What you want to do is eventually put your flute together and try picking a note like D, okay? And playing it. Now I want you to practice in front of the mirror, okay? For hours. It's going to take hours. Not because you are in love with yourself, but because you think you're beautiful, or just practice in the mirror so you can watch your embouchure, okay? That's what we're looking for. We want to see where is the airstream going and what are our lips doing, okay? So maybe when you first start playing out, it sounds... When we start getting a sound, you want to look in the mirror, see what it is you're doing, and try to memorize it. Once you have it memorized, then you can keep doing that over and over again because you just know exactly where it is. Okay? So hopefully that helps you. Feel free to email me or ask me any questions. Send me any videos that you have if you want help with something that you're working on. I'd be more than happy to help. But keep working at it. I promise, you can do it. And just one other little word of caution. We all have different lips, different shapes, different contours, so not everyone's embouchure is going to look the same, okay? There's many, many flute players out there that get an amazing sound, but they have different embouchures, okay? So you need to do what works for you, okay? So remember to practice, 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 and keep it up. You can do it.